Okay, this is a really good question. Hi, if you know me, I'm a therapist. I'm always talking about compliant documentation that's protective, okay? Because these insurance companies just don't need to be knowing all the dirty details of our clients' lives, okay? And I don't want to snitch on my clients and clinical documentation. So therefore, my clinical documentation that's actually in the client's medical chart, very vague, very not detailed, very focused on symptom and symptom outcomes and that kind of thing, right? Modalities, intervention, not the details, okay? And so for the most part, yeah, I do remember most of my clients' details about their lives at this point. Keep in mind, I don't see a ton of clients anymore, so that's easier for me. But back when I did see a lot of clients, yes, I would take separate notes that are just for me. So I can remember some of the context, some of the details, some of the key players and their name. Actually, I'm really, really bad at remembering names. So if you're a client of mine, every person in your life has some sort of nickname in my head, and it's probably not their real name. So apologies about that. I kind of think it's fun. But anyway, I digress. So anyways, yes, I always did keep separate notes. And also too, I'm not afraid to ask if I need a little refresher or a little reminder about something, a situation. I know therapists are really scared to ask that question because it can seem really invalidating to not remember a specific detail of a client's life. The shit just died. Stupid. But if there's really something that I can't remember as we're actively talking about it, I am just going to ask. And even when I was keeping my own personal notes for clients, I would still ask if I couldn't remember something in the actual moment, because I'm not going to be hold on, pause, let me rummage through my notes really quick so I can refresh my memory. I'm just going to ask. Obviously, you ask tactfully, but again, we're humans. Sometimes things are going to slip my mind, and I personally don't think that that's that big of a deal. And if a rupture and repair in the client relationship comes from that, I'm let's talk about it, Anyway, long story short, I used to keep personal notes. I don't really anymore because of how I don't see very many clients. And I am not afraid to ask if I need a little reminder, a little refresher about a certain detail in my client's life. Hope that helps. Bye.